Center Family Arena. This afternoon's game features the William Penn University Statesmen and your Lady Pioneers. Coming into the contest, the Statesmen have a 3-22 overall record, and they are 3-11 in the conference. Your Lady Pioneers currently have a 12-9 overall record and are 9-4 in the conference. Now, everyone, please stand for the national anthem. Today's starting lineups, first for William Penn. Starting at guard, a 5'5" junior from Frankfort, Kentucky. Number 10, Alexis True. At the other guard, 5'7" junior from Milford, Illinois. Number 12, Emma Wartz. At another guard, 5'10" junior from Victoria, Australia. Number 23, Allie Stewart. At the other guard, 5'8" junior from Lubbock, Texas. Number 24 is Anastasia White. And at 4, 5'11" junior from Cornersville, Tennessee. Number 33, Morgan Terry. William Penn is coached by Jenna Santee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, 5'8" senior from Tecumseh, Kansas, number 1, Lydia Austinson. At the other guard, 5'2" senior from Olathe, Kansas, number 5, Michaela Gooch. At the other guard, 5'7" senior from Ashland, Missouri, number 20, Treshawn Smith. At forward, 6-foot sophomore from Stillwell, Kansas, number 30, Ariel Sargent. And at center, 6'2" senior from Carl Junction, Missouri, number 42, Megan Scott. Pioneers are coached by John Lewis, assisted by Andy Johnson, Nate Henson, and Drew Beecroft. Today's referees are Michael Williams, Nicholas Crandall, and Anthony Davis.
Well, welcome into the Cook Center Bell Family Arena in Rocky Lamar Court for some Heart of America Athletic Conference action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Lady Pioneers and the visiting William Penn University Statesmen from Oskaloosa, Iowa. Made the trek down I-35 for the conference action here today. The Statesmen are coached by first-year head coach and former standout player from William Penn, Jenna Santee, and she'll be, of course, opposite the sidelines coach John Lewis, national champion head coach, multiple-time Heart of America Coach of the Year head coach John Lewis, and the Pioneer coaching staff going with a little casual Friday look today. They're usually dressed to the nines in the suits and ties and going with the sweats and the quarter zip warm-up jackets, which they look sharp. Seeing that all across college basketball these days. The Bill Selfs and Tom Izzo's wearing the quarter zips on the sideline, and it's a good change. Why not? Freaking baseball coaches wearing baseball pants on the sideline. We got to wear suits to a basketball game. And first possession goes Pioneers' way, but comes up empty. Last touch on Megan Scott, so it'll be William Penn basketball. Mort inbounds it there, and it's going to be, I believe, Alexis True running the point guard position, and it is. She brings it across for William Penn. It's number 10 in the blue jerseys. 5'7" junior transfer from Kankakee Community College. Shot fake and drive top of the key. That's Morgan Terry all the way to the bucket. Left-hand layup up and good. She gives William Penn an early 2-0 lead. Good take there from Terry in the high post. Teams like to try to pull Megan Scott away from the basket and force her to defend on the perimeter, and that time advantage Statesman. Turnover, they looked for Ariel Sargent in the post on that backdoor cut. Couldn't quite handle the post feed. Statesman back the other way. They go to Terry again, high post. This time she takes that 17-foot jumper, left it short. Rebound Megan Scott. Here come the Pioneers. Gooch brings it across half court. Michaela, the veteran, fifth-year senior. She finds Trelshawn Smith, whose three's on the way, and it goes down. I don't know if Trelshawn called bank on that one, but she used every part of the rim and a little bit of the glass. Got the friendly roll. Gets the Pioneers back in front 3-2. Trelshawn, who can get hot in a hurry, can absolutely fill up the scoreboard when she gets rolling, and that's a good start for her. 3 from Allie Stewart, too strong, but Statesman keep possession on the offensive rebound. Terry again isolated top of the key. She goes dribble handoff to Mortz. Back to Terry, right elbow. All the way into the paint, and it's going to be a turnover on the Statesman, and I also believe it's an offensive foul. And it is, so Morgan Terry will pick up her first whistle of the game. I thought maybe we were going to get a carrying violation for the turnover and save the foul, but the referee apparently thought she extended that off arm, so first foul of the evening. William Penn hopping into a bit of a 3-2 zone, causing some issues here early. His Sargent's jumper from the short corner too strong. The Pioneers so tough to guard in the half-court man-to-man because you have to double-team Megan Scott in the post or she's in mismatch for just about anybody in the conference. And if you do that, allow Trelshawn Smith and Ariel Sargent and the shooters some space to operate. So zone, not a bad play here from the Statesman early on. And Megan Scott will pick up her first personal foul. That'll send Morgan Terry to the free throw line. And 2.5 minutes into the ball game, Coach Lewis going with his early rotation subs and brings in Zoe Hayward and Anna Ralston off the bench. Terry too strong on the first foul shot. Some Rocky Lamar fatheads handed out to the crowd here today. Of course, the men follow the Lady Pioneers with a tip-off against number 1 ranked William Penn on the men's side. Tale of 2 different seasons for the men's and women's programs there. Good execution against that zone. They overloaded a side, got Anna Ralston a post touch. Help came, and she had to kick it back out, but that's an action they'll continue to go to against the 3-2 zone. Ball screen for Smith. Trelshawn, stop and pop, pull-up jumper, left it short. Rebound by True. Alexis True is going to bring it across herself. Hounded full court by Smith. Now found her Australian teammate Allie Stewart on the wing and got the ball moving. They go back to Morgan Terry, high post action. Terry looking to penetrate on Ralston. Ralston a bit more fleet of foot at the 5 spot, can kind of defend on the perimeter. Be a little bit more of a difficult matchup out there for Terry. But Trelshawn Smith is going to pick up her first personal, and that will send Alexis True to the free throw line. Second team foul on as many possessions for the Pioneers here. And True able to capitalize, knocks down the first. And 2 for 2 with the line for True. So 5-3 lead for the Statesmen here early. Gooch directing traffic against that zone. Little high-low action. Ralston found Hayward. Good pass. Up and in. Well-executed set against the zone. Pioneers will go to that bring all 4 players up above the free throw line, hit one at the elbow, and dive the opposite post. That time it was Ralston to Hayward who was diving, and she gets the easy bucket. Good zone offense from the Pioneers that time. Backdoor cut. Well done in response. Morgan Terry found a cutting Allie Stewart for the easy layup. Good offense there in response. And they sprint back getting into this. It's a bit of a amoeba zone, a little 1-1-3 to start. But those wings get very extended, and that time they had to extend all the way to the corner to Trelshawn Smith. Too much space, hand down, man down from Trelshawn Smith. She's got 6, knocked down 2 3-pointers here early. 6 of the Pioneers' 8. Zantasia White came off that dribble handoff and swung it across the top of the key, and now she's got it back on the right wing. And she'll use a ball screen from Terry. White into the paint, drive and kick, and they're going to call travel. That back foot just slid on her. Pioneers fortunate on a turnover there, and Jordan Gonzalez will check into the ballgame. Give Trelshawn Smith a quick blow. After she's knocked down a couple of threes, I would expect her to stay on the bench to be short-lived. Pioneers overload aside. Jordan Gonzalez, first touch in the corner, thought about the 3, turned it down. Veteran play. You don't have to shoot the first time you touch it. You'll get it back. Lydia Austenson's 3, right wing, off the mark, but tracked down by Anna Ralston, and then eventually out of bounds on the baseline. Last touch by Ralston. Good hustle on the offensive rebound. Just couldn't bring it down. Statesman take over possession, and Zantasia White will bring it across. Running some Princeton action, the high dribble handoffs and hitting the high post. A lot of backdoor cuts. Some split action after the high post player takes it at the elbow, and that time it was Terry who drove in on Anna Ralston, and that was a poor decision as she sent that shot back from where it came. But offensive rebound fell to the Statesman, and Terry gets it back short corner and knocks down a jumper. William Penn lead 9-8. So after a great block shot, no white jerseys there to track down the rebound, and William Penn capitalizes. Still in the zone. Now Gooch tries an open 3 right side. Too strong. Rebound Austenson. And Lydia Austenson couldn't get the putback to go. Great job crashing the offensive glass, but just found herself too far under the rim. Couldn't get an angle to the backboard and missed opportunity. Dribble drive. Pull-up jumper. Short corner. Got it. Alexis True on the pull-up. Extends the lead to 3 for the Statesman. Pioneers can get open shot after open shot against this zone, but it can be effective in taking Megan Scott and Anna Ralston's post touches out of the game. And it's done that here early, as almost everything been from the perimeter for the Pioneers. Aside from the one cutting layup from Hayward, it's been a lot of 3-point attempts, and Trelshawn Smith knocked down 2 of them. Nobody else able to connect here yet, so Statesman doing what they hoped and keeping the Pioneers on the perimeter at bay for now. But that little fall off at some point, you'd like to think, as good of an offensive team as the Pioneers are. Baseline underneath. They eventually get it to Hayward, left wing. Hayward to Gonzalez. Jordan surveys. Michaela Gooch, right side. Post touch for Ralston. Skip pass. Extra pass. 3 on the way. Gonzalez, that's her shot. Looked good the whole way. Rattles out. Rebound tracked down by Allie Stewart. Stewart to True. True from Frankfort, Kentucky. Lincoln Trail Community College transfer. Enters the post. Terry. He's played every minute so far. Drop step, spin move, all the way to the bucket. Good post offense from Terry, but couldn't get it to go. Ralston there to defend. Pioneers off and running. Michaela Gooch looking for a cutting Ariel Sargent. Pass was deflected, so Pioneers keep possession. Baseline underneath. That allows Manny Clark, Waterloo, Iowa. Sophomore guard checking in for the Statesman. That's number 15 in the blue jerseys. Gonzalez. Her pass was just about stolen away, but I believe that was Stewart. It was. Allie Stewart unable to come down with it, just pokes it out of bounds. So Pioneers fortunate they keep the possession in the corner. Tough place to inbound. And they do get it into Ralston. Back to Gooch. Run a late shot clock zone action, and they're just going to get it in the post. Ralston extended, almost heels on the 3-point line on that field goal attempt. No good, but the rebound was taken down by the Statesman and then stolen away by Ariel Sargent. I don't think she'll get credit for a rebound there. That should be a steal, but there's that same high-low action. This time roles reversed. Ralston had the assist to Hayward the first time. This time she's the recipient of a nice pass from Sargent on that little high-low cut. See if the Pioneers continue to go to that 4-high action against the zone. 2 layups now in that 43 set that they call. And Michaela getting instructions here from the bench, and they're going to go right back to it. Why not? Anna Ralston, high post. Thought about Sargent inside, but found a wide open Jordan Gonzalez on the left wing, and she knocks down the 3. So all of a sudden the holes in that zone are getting a little bit bigger. You get a couple of layups, and then the shooters have all kinds of time on the perimeter, and Gonzalez knocks down one from way outside. Pioneers lead 13-11. And White is going to be called for a double dribble. Couldn't tell initially. I thought a Pioneer may have got their hand on that ball, but no such luck. And so Emma Mortz checks back in for the Statesmen, as well as Jocelyn Herbeck, her first action. Gooch sets the offense for the Pioneers. They're going to stay in this high post to Ralston. They get it to her. A cut from Sargent draws a lot of attention. Left Anna Ralston free in the lane. Her shot too strong. Rebound Statesman, and they're going to push. Jocelyn Herbeck's first touch. Swings it. Top of the key 3. Now she gets it back in the corner. Keeps the ball moving. True. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound Ralston. Pioneers like to run, would want to play fast, get some baskets in transition before William Penn can set up that zone. And Zoe Hayward, nice driving kick, found a wide open Michaela Gooch. Her 3 is good. So that's at least 4 different Pioneers now knocking down a 3 ball to start this one, as it's been Jordan Gonzalez and Michaela Gooch on back-to-back possessions. 16-11's your score, under a minute to go first quarter. A quick, well-played first quarter. Not a lot of fouls. Only 2 on the Pioneers, 1 for the Statesmen, and right on cue. That'll be the 3rd team foul on the Pioneers, the first on Ariel Sargent.
That was her first, 3rd team foul.
And that sends Emma Mortz to the free throw line. First one on the way up and good. You'll hear a whooping Ryan Robinson over in the corner, as he does for all home Pioneer basketball games when the opposing team shoots free throws. An excellent fan for many years. We love having Ryan in the Cook Center. And pre-COVID protocols, he would travel to most of the away games as well. And hopefully we'll get back to that soon, because I know he loves supporting the Pioneers even on the road. High post, dribble drive action. That's Journey Ogman. Mishandled it. It's going to be a turnover. Pioneers want to run, but there's just about 1 second difference between shot and game clock. They can hold it for the last shot of the quarter here, and they will. Coach Lewis and Michaela Gooch on the same page, as they are so often. They'll start running in action with about 11 seconds on the shot clock to ensure they get the final possession, and here it is. Dribble handoff. Ball swings around the perimeter. They get it back to Gooch. And an open 3 in the corner for Gonzalez. Too strong, but good execution by the Pioneers to get the clean look from a good shooter. And the Statesman off and running, but did not have time to get one off. That shot would not have counted. So into the first quarter, 16-12, Pioneers lead. We'll be back in 1 minute on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Action set to resume. It will be William Penn basketball to start this second quarter. Find themselves trailing by just 4. And Pioneers, a couple of substitutions, got Megan Scott back into the game to start the second quarter. It's their starting group with the exception of Gonzalez in for Austinson. And they're looking to get Terry a post touch. They finally do. Been trying to get it to her for 10 seconds of this possession, and it's stolen away by Megan Scott. And Terry's going to pick up her second personal foul. That's going to be a big loss if she has to take a seat, as she's been their primary ball handler in the 5 spot, which is key in that Princeton offense because they handle it in the high post area a ton and have to make a lot of decisions from that spot, as well as it looks like she was comfortable scoring and making moves inside in the post. So the Statesmen going to have a significant size disadvantage with Megan Scott in the ballgame, although they will stay in the zone, I'm sure. And immediately they try to go to Scott, but a nice defensive play there from Journey Ogman came around, poked that ball free, forced the turnover. Ogman, a junior from Las Vegas, Nevada, and she has it now high post. Sprints into a dribble handoff with Stewart. Stewart driving kick to White, and Zantasia White just surveys. She's halfway double teamed that time, just kind of poor spacing offensively as Ariel Sargent was able to disrupt her path to the basket, but still maintain contact with Emma Moritz, who was her assignment, who was standing in the corner, but awfully close to the ball handler. Austinson checks in for Sargent. True, behind the back dribble surveys, gets it to White. Now to Moritz. Moritz inside, and Megan Scott tried to return the favor and fight around the post player and poke away a post entry pass for a steal, but they're going to get her for a little hook foul. That's her second personal, and she'll take a seat. So Anna Ralston back in for the Pioneers. Statesmen working around the perimeter. They are trying to get Journey Ogman a touch in the post, although she certainly gives up some size in there. Apparently a good decision maker from that spot, but Zantasia White knocks down a triple, and we got a 1-point ball game. Trelshawn Smith handles now, sets the offense. Gets a post touch for Ralston. Ralston looking high post, now skips it. Extra pass, Austinson. Penetration, finds Ralston top of the key. That's a deep 2, no good. Second time today already. She's taken a 2-point jump shot, just a step in front of the 3-point line. Most coaches discourage that shot selection, but Coach Lewis gives his players a lot of freedom. Shots that they work on, they are more than allowed to take. It's celebrated for them to take those shots, and Ralston did knock that one down, but she's capable from there. Ogman, good post position, got the little high-low pass and scored it over Ralston. So Journey Ogman making an impact here, with Morgan Terry having to take a seat in some foul trouble, and the Statesmen find themselves ahead 17-16. Would be a huge upset win for William Penn on the women's side, who have, again, with a first-year coaching staff, have struggled in the standings, but been very competitive, a lot of close ball games, and they'll continue to get better. As Trelshawn Smith now hits her third triple of the first half. She's got 9, all 3 from downtown. Puts the Pioneers back on top by 2. Ogman has it, 3-point line, rip and go, right-hand drive all the way to the bucket, left it short. And Smith came flying in for the rebound. Trelshawn with the bright red hair today. That's a change from our last time in the Cook Center. You can't miss Trelshawn. You see that hair when you walk into the arena, the bright red color. And Stewart's going to pick up a foul. That's just her first. It'll send Jordan Gonzalez to the free throw line. Jordan misfires on the first. A terrific hands-ready, feet-set shooter, Jordan Gonzalez. Don't know her percentage off the top of my head, but I can't imagine it's one that would expect her to go for 2 from the line, so fortunate for the Statesmen that time. Pioneers don't capitalize on the free throw opportunity. Just hanging on to a 2-point lead here, 6:42 to go, second quarter. Ogman, top of the key, swings to White. Uses a ball screen from Ogman. Now drives all the way into the paint. Found Ogman in the middle of the lane, and Gonzalez came over, tried to steal it away from behind, and just got a piece of the arm. So Jordan picks up her first personal. Already 3 team fouls on the Pioneers here in the second. Just 2 on William Penn. Baseline inbounds. True surveys, gets it into Zantasia White. And White swings it to, that's Amani Clark. Dribble handoff action in the paint. Pull-up jumper from True off the glass and good. She gave a little bit of a wry smile back to her bench as if, I'll take it. And she's up to 6 points in the ball game and ties us at 19. William Penn back in their matchup zone. White extending pretty deep into the perimeter to cause Gooch just enough ball pressure to think about it. And Trelshawn Smith takes another 3, this time left it short off the front rim, but she's knocked down 3 of them here. Definitely a green light player. Imani Clark gets the offense set. They're in that Princeton action. High post, dribble handoffs, little spread ball screen. White all the way to the cup, blocked away by Ralston. That's her second here in the first half. The first one led to a Statesman layup as no Pioneers there to corral it, and this time Ralston blocks it out of bounds so we can set the defense. Just 11 to go on the shot clock. No reset. True looking to get it in and does, finds Clark. She drives to the rim, left side, layup up and good. Statesman lead by 2, 21-19. Strong take from Amani Clark. Trelshawn Smith looking to respond. Jab step, it's poked away. White got a piece of it, stolen away, and now True off and running. Back to White. In transition all the way to the rim, layups up and good. Turning defense into offense, and a little bit of a full court press now from William Penn has forced a couple of turnovers here. Catch and shoot 3 in the corner. Lydia Austinson knocks it down. That's how you respond to full court pressure. Break it and attack. If you break the press and then pull it out and sit and wait to set up a zone offense, you're all of a sudden running zone offense with just 16 on the shot clock. Where if you attack and score early, they'll call that press off in a hurry. And that time Pioneers take advantage. Lydia Austinson, 3 ball. White in response, dribble drive. Through the skip pass, it was stolen away by Trelshawn Smith. Smith brings it herself. Little hesitation all the way to the bucket, and she's fouled. Trelshawn wants to go to the free throw line. I think they're going to call it on the floor, and they do. It'll be baseline underneath.
That's her first 13 foul.
If we had the NBA continuation rule, Smith would be shooting free throws, but in the college game, that'll be on the floor. Gooch to inbound, gets it into Sargent. They want to go to Anna Ralston in that strong duck in. Couldn't get it to her. Good help defense from Clark that time. Came over and helped out on the post entry, and there's White with the steal. Zantasia White read that all the way, stole away the skip pass, and Statesman off and running. They've got numbers. Clark penetrate. 3 ball on the way from the right corner, no good, too strong, and Pioneers will inbound. Stewart couldn't connect on the 3. That does allow Emma Mortz to check back in on the dead ball and set up the press. Zoe Hayward in for Smith. She'll inbound. Gets it into Michaela Gooch. Gooch navigates the press, throws it all the way across the court to Lydia Austinson. That's one way to break the press, just throw it over the top. Gooch finds Austinson in the corner, this time right side, and her 3 too strong. Rebounded by Clark. Statesmen have numbers if they run, and Clark's going to push it herself. In and out dribble all the way to the bucket. Good help side defense from Ariel Sargent. Poked it away and then caused the jump ball. Excellent help side defense that time from Ariel Sargent, playing in the gap as Clark got all the way to the bucket. Sargent pokes it away, forces the jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Pioneers. Kayla Gooch, in and out dribble, crosses midcourt, guarded by Mortz. Little spin move, keeps the dribble alive. Coach Lewis does this at times. I love it. When his teams get stagnant, he'll run his man-to-man actions against the zone just to get that movement, get the players in a pattern they're familiar with. And they went to that little double drag ball screen at the top of the key, which they run in transition against man-to-man often. And had a look at Sargent in the paint there, just mishandled the pass. So turnover, Statesman basketball. True brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Clark, top of the key, high ball screen. Little pick and pop action from Mortz. Duck in, wasn't there. Post defense from Ralston. Wouldn't allow a touch from Journey Ogman on the right block. And now Ogman sprints out to set a ball screen. True comes off right side. Double team there. Anna Ralston able to hedge that ball screen and recover. Forces a turnover. Lydia Austenson, 2-on-1 break. She takes it herself, and her shot's blocked and saved by Stewart. But Stewart threw it into the waiting arms of Ariel Sargent, so Pioneers fortunate to recover that one. Skip pass. Austenson's three on the way, too strong, but was she out of bounds in the corner, or are they going to call moving screen? It's going to be a moving screen on Anna Ralston. Just Ralston's first personal, fourth on the Pioneers, so a little bit of a scramble there as the block shot from Stewart was saved to the Pioneers. They had a second chance at it, and moving screen by Ralston. The shot wouldn't have counted anyway. Box set here from William Penn. Little UCLA screen. Looking to get Ogman a touch. Couldn't get it to her. Here comes Clark off the floppy on the pin downs, and a little cross screen from Ogman. Another pin down action. This time Stewart took a three top of the key. It was blocked by the long arms of Ariel Sargent. She's made a couple of excellent defensive plays in a row here. And she got her hand on that pass too. So a block shot, a steal, and now a layup the other way as she couldn't get the layup to drop. It spoke too soon, almost turning defense into offense, but couldn't capitalize on the fast break layup opportunity. Another drive and kick three ball from Lydia Austenson, too short. So Pioneers getting good looks on the offensive end, just unable to capitalize the last few possessions here.
30-second timeout.
And Coach Jenna Santee wants to talk things over with her Statesmen leading 23-21, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back. 30-second timeout at MNUsports.com. Play set to resume. Mortz inbounds it to Clark, who's going to bring it across for William Penn, and we'll see what they run out of this timeout. Coach Santee, they're in that Princeton setup. There's the chin action where it's swinging across the top, come off a back screen, and they had a look at Stewart on a cut, but Zoe Hayward finds herself first to the floor, got to the basketball before everybody else, and is going to get a timeout before William Penn defenders could get their hands on the basketball and cause a jump. So one more quick 30-second timeout. Pioneers basketball when we come back. MNUsports.com. Sorry. Play resumes. Michaela Gooch will bring it across midcourt. See what the Pioneers can execute out of the timeout. Here's a little double drag ball screen, and they went underneath. Left Michaela Gooch wide open, top of the key three, no good, but Jordan Nockbar there on the offensive glass making an instant impact. Nockbar is a spark when she checks in offensively. A pick and pop threat, can guard multiple positions from that 5 spot. More of a small ball 5, so she stretches the floor but also can defend on the wings a little bit. And she crashed the glass, got herself an offensive rebound, and her putback opportunity sends her to the free throw line. Nockbar's first foul shot up and good. And And we're happy to provide a free broadcast for you on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube. Use that YouTube live chat feature. Let me know where you're at, who you're rooting for. If you got a player or a alma mater of one of these two fine institutions and you're supporting somewhere, let me know. Interact on the broadcast. Helps out a one-man crew. You know not everybody can travel right now from COVID restrictions, but that basketball can travel into about the third row as Lydia Austinson sent that three-point attempt over the bench. How often do you see a block shot at the three-point line go sent up into the stands? That's the Zion Williamson block from a year ago. Lydia Austinson, what a play defensively. And now she guards the ball right wing. White comes off a ball screen, gets into the paint. Dribble drive action, scoop shot on the right side, no good. Another good defensive play from Lydia. She comes up with the rebound and is going to bring it herself. Now she finds Michaela Gooch, and she's going to push. 4-on-4 is always advantage offense, and Michaela got all the way to the bucket. Left-hand layup, no good. There's Knockbar again. Jordan Knockbar all over the offensive glass here in the second quarter. Couldn't get that one to drop, but Pioneers right at the rim the last couple of trips. Trelshawn Smith guards True. Now ball swung to Augman. Augman look for that dribble handoff with Clark. Ends in a backdoor cut. And stolen away. Knockbar got her hand on it, and here comes Michaela Gooch. 2-on-1 break. Trelshawn Smith all the way to the bucket. Anticipated the foul, didn't get it. Offensive rebound from Austinson, and yet another really, really uncontested close-in shot from the Pioneers, and it's been everybody, not one or two people, that have found the misfortune of not knocking down the bunny right at the bucket. And this is a one-point ball game that could be extended if we were making some layups on that end. Clark's three, left wing, knocks it down, and all of a sudden the Statesmen are going to go into halftime with a 26-24 lead as Manny Clark hits a three to wrap up the second quarter. In a big first half from Trelshawn Smith with 9 points and 3 3-balls. But that 2-3 zone, matchup zone from William Penn causing some problems and some missed opportunities at the rim from the Pioneers, and they'll come out of the halftime break with a 2-point deficit to the visiting William Penn Statesmen. Stay with us. We'll be back in 15 minutes, bringing some stats from the first half and the second half of action on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. And welcome back to the Cook Center for second half of action between your Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers and the visiting Statesmen, who find themselves with a 26-24 lead coming out of the break. And they get Morgan Terry back into the game, who sat most of the first half with foul trouble, and she's a key piece to this William Penn ball club, but they played excellent without her. Some bench players stepped up huge, and they found themselves with a 2-point lead at the break. White's three, just a bit too strong, in a battle for the rebound, found a couple of Pioneers, and I want to say Emma Mortz battling for that, and they're going to say last touch Mortz, so Pioneers will get possession. A couple of Trellshawn Smith fans supporting in the chat, and why not, as well as some William Penn supporters from all the way back home. Happy to have you with us. Welcome to the Cook Center. A great day for some Heart of America basketball, and the spin move and fade away on the left side off the glass. No good from Megan Scott, but Pioneers keep possession. And Gooch's inbound pass too strong over the head of Scott. That's going to be a turnover, and the Pioneers are going to throw on a little bit of a full court press of their own, something we did not see in the first half. So a little adjustment here from Coach Lewis. Wants to put some pressure in the backcourt on William Penn. Alexis True with a little behind-the-back dribble, brings it across. And Mortz now high post to Terry. Her dribble drive stolen away by Megan Scott, and Scott found Lydia Austinson ahead of the pack, and she runs well, lightning fast in transition, and she got out in a hurry, got herself an easy layup, and that was the story of the first half. Pioneers unable to convert on their layup opportunities as they shot it well from the perimeter, 40% from three in the first half. Pioneers 6 of 15, but wait till you hear this, just 2 of 16 from 2 in the first half, and a lot of those point blank right at the rim. And right on cue, a point-blank right at the rim layup missed. This time the Pioneers benefit as Mortz couldn't get the chip shot to go down. And we're tied at 26. Trellshawn three. No good from the left wing. She hit 3 of them in the first half, did Trellshawn Smith. That time pull-up doesn't drop. Rebound William Penn, and they're going to set up that little Princeton offense. High post to Terry. Morgan Terry fakes the dribble handoff, keeps it herself, gets all the way to the block, one-on-one with Megan Scott. Little shoulder fake, that's a double dribble in there, going to call it. Some fancy footwork in the post with the little Hakeem Olajuwon-esque dream shake, but Megan Scott held her ground, and Terry unable to hold that pivot foot down. Had to put the ball on the floor again, double dribble. Pioneers take over. Full court press still from William Penn. As Jorney Ogman check back in for the William Penn at the 5 spot. They get it to Sargent, opposite block. She had a little jump hook that was no good, but Lydia Austinson with the hustle play doesn't allow it to go out of bounds, taps it all the way back top of the key to Trellshawn Smith. And late shot clock action here. Skip pass, 5 on the clock. Not sure they see it, and couldn't quite get the layup to go as Lydia Austinson threw a lob pass to Megan Scott, and Scott had a layup on the backside, but the shot clock expired prior to the field goal attempt, so that's going to be a violation. Referees are conferencing, but I think that was pretty clear cut. And officials are going to send both teams to their benches and go to the replay review monitor here. I hope this isn't reviewing whether or not that shot counts, because it was pretty clear that's a shot clock violation. Maybe there was some contact away from the play, and they're going to review that. But when we come out of the break, it should be a shot clock violation, William Penn basketball, and we'll return when the officials are done chatting at the scores table. MNUsports.com. Thanks for being with us. Put it to 0. All right, so after a long delay, I'm not sure if they called a dead ball personal foul on someone there. It was not announced in the arena. It appears it's just going to be William Penn basketball, and we'll get back to it. Okay, so it was just announced over the PA, so the review was resulting in a personal foul on 42 Megan Scott for the Pioneers, so that's a big loss, her third personal foul. And so it was a shot clock violation, but regardless of the violation, a personal foul on Scott, and she's now on the bench as Anna Ralston and Jordan Gonzalez have checked in. So 26-26 your score, 7 minutes to go, third quarter. William Penn basketball. Mortz driving in Zantasia White with an excellent play to save that basketball from going out of bounds, bails out her teammate. And now Clark, penetrate pitch, late shot clock, and they're going to respond with a violation of their own. So back-to-back shot clock violations, one each way. How often do you see that? But good defensive possession from both clubs. And shout out to the live chat giving me some inside information. Where else are you going to get that kind of access? It is junior point guard Alexis True's birthday. So shout out to Alexis True, number 10, the Statesman's point guard, who had a solid first half with 6 points, a couple of rebounds, and a couple of assists. Having herself a ball game on her birthday. Happy birthday. Six points, 3 rebounds, and 2 boards in a tie game with a team at the top of the conference standings. Not a bad way to start your, I'm going to guess, 20th birthday. Trellshawn Smith, driving kick. Lydia Austinson, skip pass. Comes off a screen from Ralston, and that is a heavy set screen. Not an illegal screen. Ralston was in legal position and just made clean contact that time and got an open look for a teammate, just couldn't get it to drop. Story of the game so far, poor shooting percentage from the 2-point area. And this time Clark with a turnaround jumper, no good in the paint. Rebound Jordan Gonzalez. Pioneers off and running. Gonzalez fakes the dribble handoff, turns the corner, finds a cutting in, a Ralston good offense, and that time the layup goes. Gonzalez drops one off to Ralston, who gets it to go over the front of the rim. She's got 4 points in the ball game. Pretty play from Jordan Gonzalez. That full court press nearly causes a turnover at midcourt, but True comes to the rescue. Eventually the ball finds Morgan Terry, and she knocks down a short corner jumper to tie us at 28. So Terry's stint on the bench in foul trouble short-lived. And now a top of the key 3, Trellshawn Smith knocks it down and holds that follow through all the way to midcourt. She's hit 4 triples in the ball game. She's got 12, puts the Pioneers on top by 3. Clark trapped near midcourt by Gonzalez and Gooch, gets out of it. Journey Ogman, her outlet, and now Alexis True, 3-pointer left short. Rebound Gonzalez. Pioneers running, full court outlet, finds Austinson ahead of the field. A layup up and good, and that's what the Pioneers want to do. Get out and run, get some baskets in transition. And Lydia Austinson's up to 7 points in the game, a couple of them on that fast break layup. Using her speed, that's what she does best. And Pioneers lead 33-28, 30-second timeout, William Penn. Play resumes with Mortz to inbound against the full court press of the Pioneers. Gooch and Smith, the top line of that 2-2. And now Rachel Siebold, her first action in on that second line of the press with Gonzalez. And then Ralston guarding the rim, had herself a 2-on-1. And Mortz capitalizes with the easy layup. Well-executed press offense that time from William Penn. And in response, same thing from the Pioneers. Trelshon Smith had a look at a three from the corner, but her back foot on the out-of-bounds line. That's going to be a turnover, William Penn basketball. So both teams staying in the full-court press and both teams breaking it and getting advantageous looks on the offensive end, but that time the turnover on the Pioneers. True, little behind-the-back dribble, draws the double team. Zantasia White, open three, right wing, too strong. Rebound tracked down by Smith, and Trelshon brings it across. Finds Siebold. Rachel Siebold wisely slows things down, gets it back to Smith. Now Michaela Gooch, wide open three, right wing, buries it. She had all the time in the world, checked the wind, filled out her taxes, filed them on TurboTax, and knocked down her second triple. Gives the Pioneers a 36-30 lead. Mortz has it, broke the press, and then dangerous pass, but Morgan Terry comes away with it. Little step through, got it off with the left hand. It was partially blocked by Ralston, and eventually Michaela Gooch comes away with the loose ball. Gooch, Gonzalez, shot fake, dribble drive. She found Smith in the corner. Trelshon thought she may have stepped on the out-of-bounds line again, but she was in. Left the three ball short. I think her heel being on that sideline had her second-guessing that three-point attempt. She usually shoots that with confidence. Hesitated just a bit on that one, but comes away with a defensive rebound, and here comes Smith into the paint. In and out dribble, pulls it back out to run some offense. Comes off a screen from Michaela Gooch. Gets a switch, still has a dribble alive and goes skip pass to Rachel Siebold, but draws a foul on, I believe, Allie Stewart.
That's her first team foul.
Second personal on Allie Stewart, first team foul of the quarter. Both teams with just one personal this quarter. Box set on the inbound. Michaela Gooch gets it in to the far corner, Lydia Austenson. She attacks. Got a blocking foul, got the bucket to go with the scoop layup. It's not going to count. It's going to be a foul on the floor. Pioneers will inbound on the baseline again. This foul on Amani Clark, the sophomore guard. Number 15, her second.
Team foul.
Rachel Siebold, right side, drives in, finds Anna Ralston for the layup. That's twice this half, once by Gonzalez and this time by Siebold, where the dribble drive has gotten Anna Ralston a easy look in the paint, and she's knocked down both of them. 38-30 lead, and a good defensive play from Lydia Austenson. Man, she flies around the court. I'd venture to say the most athletic player in the Pioneer uniform, just as far as speed and quickness. Looks like a track athlete. And that time goes up for the block shot and was way up there, but got a piece of the arm of Journey Ogman, and Ogman will head to the free throw line.
That's her second team foul.
First foul on Austenson.
Journey Ogman at the line, shooting 2.
Free throw no good. Credit Ryan Robinson. He's in that near corner, whooping away at the foul shooters. But Ogman calmly knocks down the second one. We've got a 7-point game. Full court press still on. A 1-3-1 full court press. Maybe it's a 2-2-1. It is. Opposite guard just dropping back to cover the middle area. But Anna Ralston, the recipient of another dime from Jordan Gonzalez, knocks down a layup. Beat the press. Find your big cutting to the rim, and Ralston's got 8 points in the game now. Trapped at midcourt. Ball was deflected. Eventually Clark came away with it and found Ogman, and now Ogman to Terry. Her short corner jumper no good. Rebound White, and she gets the putback to drop. So Zantasia White, right place, right time, or white place, white time. Excuse my pun. Came away with the offensive rebound in the bucket. This time she comes away with the steal, and William Penn off and running. And White kicked it out to Stewart, who resets the offense. Now Terry, top of the key. Goes dribble handoff action back to Stewart. She turns the corner all the way to the bucket. A right-hand layup, no good. She's going to head to the free throw line. She was fouled by Ralston at the rim, going for another block shot. Ralston, a rim protector, has a couple of those big blocks today, but that time a lot of body contact, and Allie Stewart heads to the free throw line. Trellshawn Smith and Jordan Nachbar check back in for the Pioneers. It's a 6-point game, a chance to cut it to 5 here for Stewart. Left it short, the old commentator cursed, and Trellshawn Smith tracks down the rebound, behind the back dribble, crossover. She's tough to guard full court, handles the ball so well. Got it on a string. Comes off of a ball screen from Nachbar, but eventually just resets to Michaela Gooch. Gooch going to try to execute something against this zone from the Statesman. Gooch to Gonzalez. Ball still on the perimeter. And skip pass back to Gooch. Her three on the way. Off the back rim. Rebound tracked down by White. Zantasia White brings it across the timeline herself. Waves Alexis True through and sets the offense to Terry. Top of the key. Back to True. High ball screen. Back to White. Her shot fake got Austinson off of her feet. Drove baseline and pass deflected out of bounds off of Austinson. Statesman will keep possession. Just 1:02 to go in the third quarter. Emma Mort's back in for the Statesman. Journey Ogman will take a break. True looking to inbound, gets it to White. White surveying, swings to Mortz. Mortz enters the post. Morgan Terry, high post. Couple dribbles, spin move, middle of the lane, left-handed jump hook. And she's going to head to the foul line. That's going to be a personal on Jordan Nachbar. It's a tough call on Nachbar, who's battling in the post. Tried to stay vertical, but an aggressive take from Terry draws some contact. And Journey Ogman right back into the game for the Statesman, and here's the full court press. 5-point ball game. Lydia Austinson, skip pass. Smith turns down the three. Pioneers have a 2-for-1 opportunity here with the shot clock. Ball working around the perimeter. Gonzalez, dribble drive, found Nachbar, front of the lane. Got the friendly roll. And how many assists does Gonzalez have here in the third quarter? That's at least 3, leading to layups for the Pioneers. Jordan Gonzalez creating for her teammates off the dribble and find the Pioneers leading 42-35. Just a 2-second difference between shot and game clock now. White's pass deflected by Austinson. She recovers, goes dribble drive, kicks it out. Terry's jumper on the way, left it short. And Trellshawn Smith and Journey Ogman battling for that rebound. They're going to say last touch Smith. Statesman basketball. Shot clock is off, just 8.6 to play in the third. True. Surveying, and we're going to get a foul on Ogman, I believe. Nope, they called Zantasia White for a foul away from the basketball. I don't know if it was a moving screen or just extended the off arm, but 8 seconds, Pioneers have to push. Michaela Gooch, high ball screen, gets all the way into the paint. 2 on the clock, layup up and rolls out of the left side of the rim as Gooch got all the way to the bucket. Well executed end of quarter play there, but unable to capitalize on the layup. So Pioneers will take a 7-point lead into the fourth quarter break after trailing by 2 at the half. So stay with us 1 minute. We'll be right back on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube. Fourth quarter of action. Pioneers basketball to start things off. Michaela Gooch looking for knockbar in the paint. Off that ball screen, little two-man action, but White kicks it out of bounds, and so it'll be Pioneer basketball. Just a reactionary play. Any good defender trying to get a piece of the basketball. That time White got a piece of it with her foot. Pioneers miscommunication on the inbounds, almost had a 5-second call. Statesmen have stayed in the zone all game long, and it's been pretty effective. Now, Pioneers have had good looks and missed them, but just 42 on the board, so you got to consider that a win for William Penn defensively. Trellshawn Smith all the way to the paint, gets the tough floater to go, splits a double team, keeps her balance off 2 feet, gets the floater to go over 2 defenders. What a play from Smith. Lydia Austinson steals it midcourt, takes it all the way to the bucket herself, and she'll head to the free throw line. Lydia Austinson, I don't know how many steals a game she averages, but I bet it's near the tops of the conference as she does such a good job playing the passing lanes. It's so quick. Statesman tried to break the press with a pass to the middle of the floor, and Lydia Austinson, playing free safety, jumped in, stole it away. Unable to hit the first free throw. Second one up and good. So we got a 45-35 ball game. Pioneers lead by 10 after finding themselves trailing at the half. An excellent response in the third quarter, and more of the same here to start the fourth. Mortz, 3 on the way. Off the mark, rebounded by Jordan Knockbar, who's had a nice little spark off the bench here in the second half. Trellshawn Smith, dribble handoff. Gonzalez, her 3, left side. Too strong, but she's going to head to the line for 3 foul shots, I believe, after a foul was called on Clark, who's looking quite confused over at the scores table, like, what did I do? Official signaling that she was fouled on the arm. I thought maybe it was that they didn't allow the shooter, Gonzalez, enough space to land, which you see that called on 3-point attempts often, but regardless, Gonzalez, an excellent shooter, heads to the line, and she's knocked down both of her first 2. Jordan not having a big night on the scoreboard, but has made play after play off the dribble and dropping off dimes for her teammates. Created a lot of easy baskets here for the Pioneers. Helps this team offensively in multiple ways. Now Terry, top of the key. To Mortz. Dribble handoff, Alexis True. White, shot fake. Into the paint, good pass. Found Terry for the layup. Zantasia White with a strong drive, and like we've seen Gonzalez do for Anna Ralston, this time roles reverse. Zantasia White drops one off to Terry for the easy layup. That's going to be a moving screen on Knockbar. Turnover. William Penn will take over. True to White. Back to True at the timeline. True crosses midcourt. Get into the Prince and Chin action. Little backdoor. Chase it to the ball screen. Got it back to White. Now White comes off a ball screen from Terry. Good defense from Austinson, but White into the paint. Drive and kick to Mortz. Little floater from the short corner on the baseline. No good. Rebound batted around, and eventually Michaela Gooch comes down with it. Gets her feet tied up with White, and so it'll be a personal foul on White. Both players just got tangled up there. Only the second personal for White. Third team foul on William Penn in the fourth quarter. Something to keep an eye on. So just 2 minutes into the fourth, William Penn just one more foul to give before the Pioneers are in the bonus. Lydia Austinson, 3-ball, right corner, left it short, looked good. Tried to chase her own rebound, but Alexis True comes away with it. She finds White. White, excellent transition offense, found a cutting Allie Stewart for the layup. Well executed transition that time from William Penn off the long miss. Now Trellshawn Smith looking to respond. Corner 3, knocks it down. Said I'll take all 3 of these as Trelshawn Smith now up to 17 in the ball game, 5 triples. 51-39 your score, just over 7 to go, fourth quarter. Terry, top of the key, backdoor cut by White, found her, reverse layup, no good, fouled by Austinson. And White will head to the free throw line for 2. Nice pass there from the top of the key from Terry. So those two have had quite the connection here in the fourth quarter, found each other for a couple of layups. Manny Clark back in, as well as Zoe Hayward for the Pioneers. White's first free throw hit every part of the rim but doesn't drop. Gooch finds Ralston top of the key, holding on to an 11-point lead at an excellent second half so far from the Pioneers. Trelshawn Smith, a big reason why, with 17 points, has the ball top of the key. Now she gives it to Gonzalez, Jordan Gonzalez. Off the ball screen, all the way to the paint. There's a lot of contact in there. It's going to be an offensive foul. Waiting for a whistle. It was a bit of a late whistle. And after all that contact, it had to be a blocker charge. Someone was going to be upset either way. They're going to get Gonzalez for the offensive foul. Her second. Both teams at 3 team fouls now. Press still on, been effective. Given up some easy baskets but forced some turnovers and gotten some easy baskets the other way. So a net positive, this full court press adjustment from Coach Lewis and his excellent staff in their slick little quarter zip shooting shirts today, in the sweats and the tennis shoes. Just a different little casual Saturday look. Offensive rebound, Terry. Block shot, Ralston, and here comes Trelshawn Smith. Anna Ralston's 3rd or 4th block today. Coach Lewis directing traffic. Now they get it to Zoe Hayward. All the way around the perimeter. High post to Ralston. Cutting to the basket, Hayward, but Morgan Terry gets her hand on it, steals it away. 3-on-2 break, William Penn. True to White. Back to True, and it's stolen away by Gonzalez. Good help defense from Jordan Gonzalez. Came out of nowhere to poke that ball away. The Pioneers happy to slow things down, run some shot clock here with an 11-point lead and under 6 minutes to go. Skip pass. Smith to Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for Ralston in the middle of the lane again. Couldn't connect as Terry slid over, tried to draw a charge. I think that forced the turnover. William Penn off and running the other way. Ball deflected out of bounds. They'll keep it underneath. Lydia Austinson in for Jordan Gonzalez. True struggling to get it in. Almost a 5-second count. Eventually got it to Allie Stewart. Now Clark. True, dribble handoff, fakes it, turns the corner, little crackback action, got it to White, and White all the way to the paint, left-handed hook shot, fouled on the way up. I believe they're going to get Hayward. Nope, Ralston. So that's Anna's 3rd. We haven't seen a lot of Megan Scott here in the second half. She picked up that foul on the official review. And it's been Anna Ralston and Jordan Nachbar at the 5 spot ever since for the Pioneers. But the lead has extended. White knocks down the free throw. Zantasia White, the Statesman's leading scorer, averaging 11 points a game from Lubbock, Texas. Knocks down another free throw, and she's up to double figures to lead the Statesman with 10. Gooch navigates all the way through that full court press by herself off the dribble drive. Gets to Trelshawn Smith. Smith off the ball screen. Stop and pop, pull up 3. Look good the whole way. She shoots that thing with confidence. You can't go under ball screens, but That time off the back rim, and Stewart responds, knocks down a three of her own. So the big Australian, the 5'10 junior guard out of Victoria, Australia, hits the three ball. She's got 8, and all of a sudden it's a 6-point game. 55-41, 4 to go. Smith, dribble drive, spin move, in the paint, bucket, and the foul. A soft whistle from the official. I don't think he knew if he was going to call an and-one or a travel. He kind of half blew his whistle, but Charles-Shawn Smith takes a little contact. Spin move in the paint. Bucket drops. She'll go to the line for one more. The chance to extend this lead to 9 and give Smith a 20-point game. Foul was on Journey Ogman, just her first. And Smith doesn't connect on the free throw, so she still sits at 19 points in a 53-45 lead for the Pioneers. White finds True off of a flare screen. Now they look to go back to White in the post. Missed her. Finally, oh, excuse me, that's not White in the post, that's Ogman. And Ogman kicked it out to White, whose three was partially deflected by Lydia Austenson. Another big defensive play from her. Smith slows things down, finds Gooch. Left wing, back to Smith. Trelshawn, jab step, gets in the paint. Floater off the glass and good. She's got 21. Extends the Pioneers' lead to double figures. What a move there from Trelshawn Smith. That's a tough basket, that floater in the paint, using the glass. High-level scoring move. 3.5 minutes to play, 10-point lead. Stewart off the ball screen to True. Thought about feeding the post, picked her dribble up. Now they do get it into Ogman. Ogman one-on-one with Knockbar. Drop step, got her shot blocked by Jordan Knockbar. Must have got her down low. It looked clean up top. But Jordan not arguing. And Journey Ogman heads to the free throw line for 2. Third personal on Knockbar. Gooch attacking, still with a 10-point lead. Slows things down. Pioneers are going to run that shot clock way down. Shorten this game. Indy double the call. They're going to come into this little double drag ball screen. Nope, little step-up screen. Knockbar for Austenson. Lydia's pull-up jumper. Left it short. Rebound from True, and she threw it in between two Statesmen. I'm not sure if that pass was intended for White or Ogman. Either way, it ended up in the first row, and the Pioneers will take over possession. 2:51 to play. As Michaela Gooch calmly near midcourt keeps her dribble alive and lets that shot clock tick, tick, tick down. Now crossover in the paint. Surveying, skip pass, extra pass. Trelshawn Smith, top of the key three. No good, but found the awaiting arms of Michaela Gooch. Right place, right time, easy putback. She's got 8 points, extends this lead to 12. Let's just go ahead and give Trelshawn an assist for that. Why not? Say she passed it to her off the backboard. Well, then you take away the offensive rebound for Gooch, so never mind. Michaela gets the offensive board. 3 on the way from Clark. Too strong, right on line. Look good. Rebound from Jordan Knockbar. And Pioneers going to spread this floor all the way back out, tick that clock down once again as this thing is all but over with a 12-point lead, 2 minutes to go. Stranger things have happened, but take 30 seconds off the shot clock. There's only about 2 possessions left in this one. Gooch to the bucket, fouled. She'll head to the line for 2.
Fouls number 33, Morgan Terry. That was her third.
Trelshawn Smith sniffing around her career high, which is 24 points. She's sitting at 21. And this game right on the cusp of, do you sub out your starters or do you let them finish this thing out? And with 1:47 to go, Smith may be glancing up at that scoreboard saying, leave me in. Let me see if I can knock down another 3-ball, get to that career high 24. Not in a selfish manner by any means. Trelshawn, a team player, of course, and the win, the most important stat. And they're going to come away with that one, but all players a little bit cognizant of their career scoring nights. White back to Clark, still in the full court press. It's a little token pressure, though. Not a trap, not high ball pressure, just making you take a little bit of time to cross half court. Just make you think about it. Amani Clark, right wing. Gets it to Stewart. Stewart into Augman. She was double teamed for a moment, had to kick it out. They got it right back into her. She goes right at Knockbar. Jordan Knockbar blocks it away. Rebound found a Statesman, and it was kicked out to Clark, whose three was no good, but another offensive rebound for William Penn. Shot clock reset to 20 on that one, so a little bit more time ticking off the clock here. Not necessarily a bad thing for the Pioneers as Augman goes right at Knockbar again. She holds her ground, good defense, and we're under 1 minute in the game. Little twist action, dribble handoff followed by a ball screen. Results in a personal foul on Augman, I believe. Nope, on Clark, her fourth. And Gooch will head back to the free throw line. As the crowd starts to fill up upstairs even, the Cook Center got the bleachers out upstairs as Coach Lamar, who sits at 800 career victories, is set to take on the #1 ranked team in the country at the NAIA, the William Penn Statesmen, who have just incredible talent all over the floor and do just about every year. Coach John Henry and Blake Sandquist do an excellent job out there at William Penn, but they have come out on the losing end of a couple contests here in the Cook Center. And Rocky Lamar looking for win 801, so stick around. It'll be on a new feed, but same MNU Sports YouTube channel for the men's game, which was scheduled to start at 4 and looks like it may start right on time. As this one all but finished, 37.8 to go, 60-45 lead for the Pioneers after a strong second half and a big performance from Trelshawn Smith. Although Michaela Gooch sitting in double figures with 10. Jordan Gonzalez had a strong second half. Anna Ralston flirting with double figures as well. Austinson with 8, gets into the paint. Let's get her into double figures, layup no good, so should finish with 8. Clark still pushing the pace. Finds an open Augman, good pass. Augman lays it in off the glass. And that should be the final possession of the ball game. Just cross midcourt, pick the ball up, and let's go home. Jordan Gonzalez crosses, does just that, and can put supper on the stove. This one is over. The Pioneers win 60-47 after a well-played first half from Coach Sante's William Penn Statesman. Just couldn't hang on in the Cook Center. And come back at 4 o'clock for the tip-off of the men's game. Thanks for being with us. Good night, everybody.